Have you ever wondered what happens when the bright lights dim, the audience applauds, and the cameras stop rolling? When a celebrity drops the public mask and shows their true colors? In today's story, we're going behind the scenes with one very familiar face, the ever-charming, ever-versatile Bradley Walsh. Yes, the man you've seen on game shows, dramas, family-friendly TV. But when the cameras stop, what really happens? What hidden side emerges? And why does it matter to us in our own lives of experience, reflection, and perhaps second acts? I'm your host, Name, and over the next several minutes, we'll walk through 5 key moments, yes, 5, where Bradley's off-camera choices, reactions, and private character reveal something profound about resilience, humility, reinvention, legacy, and connection. Each point builds to the next, and by the end you'll see not just a TV star, but a human being showing true colors we all can learn from. So stay with me, because there's a surprise at the end, one moment you won't expect, that flips the usual stars off-camera story on its head. Ready? Let's begin. Let's start at the beginning. Bradley wasn't born into fame or privilege. He grew up in Watford, England, attended a local school, worked as an apprentice jet engine sheet metal worker for Rolls-Royce's helicopter engine factory. He loved football, became a professional player for Brentford FC as a young man, until injury cut that short. Now, pause for a moment. Picture that scene. A young man dreaming of the pitch, then suddenly facing a forced pivot. Many of us, at this age, know that moment of having to change path. Perhaps retire one chapter, begin another. Bradley did just that. He moved into entertainment, into presenting, acting, singing. He embraced reinvention. Here's the off-camera gem. When the cameras weren't rolling, he wasn't basking in celebrity status. He was quietly rebuilding. His true colors, resilience, adaptability, a willingness to restart rather than give up. And that shows up not just on stage, but in the everyday choices. As we move to the next section, ask yourself, when the spotlight fades, what do you do? Do you pause, rest on the win, or do you pivot, reinvent, move forward? And cliffhanger voiceover. And coming up next, what happened when the show ended? When public recognition shifted to private responsibility that revealed Bradley's character in a way very few saw. Stay with me. In Section 2, we go behind the curtain of the glitz and look at family, real life, humility. Bradley isn't just a host on camera. Off camera, he's a husband, father, and now grandfather. In fact, his daughter welcomed a baby boy recently, making him a grandfather. Imagine lights go out, cameras off, public eyes turned away, and the roles remain: father, husband, grandfather. In those moments, his true colors show: patience, playfulness, presence. Not all stars manage that transition. Some stay locked in public persona, but Bradley shifts naturally. He jokes about spoiling his grandson, feeding him ice cream, then handing him back. What we learn: fame is fleeting, family is forever. The off-camera reality reveals a man who knows what matters when the applause ceases. When you and I look at our own lives, perhaps grandchildren, perhaps aging parents, the lesson is the same: being present, being humble. And cliffhanger voiceover. Next, we'll explore a moment beyond accolades and smiles, a moment of accountability and human fragility that most viewers didn't see. And it tells us something important about authenticity. Keep watching. In Section 3, we confront something less comfortable: what happens when a public figure makes a misstep, and how they respond when the cameras stop. Recently, Bradley was criticized, in one instance for making a remark that some viewers saw as fat-shaming. Now, here's the pivotal point: mistakes happen, even to charming, successful people. What distinguishes a meaningful character is not having no faults, but how one responds when the fault comes to light. off camera, away from the spotlight, the real choice is, do you dig in, do you ignore, or do you reflect, learn, and adapt? While there's no perfect public record of what Bradley privately said or did in that moment, the broader arc of his career suggests someone who keeps moving forward, because showing your true colors doesn't mean never erring. It means owning it, starting again, being transparent. To you in your 60s, maybe you've had your own misstep, or someone else's fault impacted you. The way you respond, with quiet acceptance, growth, humility, defines how others remember you. But, wait, we're moving now into a heartwarming piece of the story. It's where public persona meets private generosity, the kind of off-camera action you didn't expect. Let's shift gears. In Section 4, the heart of the story, the moments when the cameras have stopped and Bradley Walsh does something genuinely human, kind, generous, not for ratings, not for PR, but because it mattered. One of the interesting things about his biography, he doesn't shy away from public service, from giving back. He supports charity. He bridges the space between celebrity and neighbor. That matters when you've been through the transition from football dreams to TV lights. Imagine an older TV host used to applause and then doing something small behind the scenes, a friendly word, a quiet encouragement, a willingness to mentor younger people. For our audience in the US in their 60s, many of you have been mentors, leaders, parents, grandparents. This section is your mirror. And now the wand wave cliffhanger for Section 4. There's a story. Yes, one more story of Bradley taking a step so unexpected, it surprised longtime fans. It's our doorway into the final section. Pause. Semi-dramatic tone. Coming up, the true colors that most people don't see, the legacy, the passing of the torch, and how you and I can leave something behind. Don't click away. In this final section, we explore legacy, not in the sense of money or fame, but in the sense of influence, example, connection. As you may know, Bradley has worked closely with his son, Barney Walsh, in TV projects. He is bridging generations. He is showing that legacy isn't just about what you did, it's about who you empower, who you inspire. When the cameras stop rolling forever, what remains? For each of us, our family, our friendships, our habits, Bradley's true colors shine here, choosing to mentor, to collaborate, to pass the torch. For our audience in the US in their 60s, many of you have been mentors, leaders, parents, grandparents. This section is your mirror. And now the surprise. Many people imagine celebrities always on, but what if I told you the most powerful true color moment came when Bradley stepped away from a big role, chose a simpler one, focused on home life, and in that choice revealed more of his real self than any red carpet moment ever did? That decision turned him from TV host to family man, and from celebrity to someone people trust, relate to, remember. So here's the ask. When the cameras stop in your life, when the job ends, when the kids leave home, when the turn of the seasons calls for something new, how will you show your true colors? Will you reinvent? Will you prioritize family? Will you mentor someone younger? Will you leave something behind that matters beyond accolades? And final cliffhanger tone. What you do when the lights go out is far more meaningful than what you do when they're on. And that brings us to the very end. So there you have it, the 5-part journey behind the polished persona of Bradley Walsh. Rising up and reinventing after unexpected change, embracing family and humility when cameras were not pointed at him, facing mistakes, accountability, and responding with integrity, choosing generosity, connection, behind the scenes, building legacy, passing the torch, showing what you leave behind. If there's one takeaway I'd leave you with, the cameras may stop, the show may end, but the real performance of your life continues. The true colors you show then are the ones people remember. If you enjoyed this look behind the scenes, and if you feel inspired to reflect on your true color moment, please click like, Subscribe for more stories like this and share in the comments one time when you showed your true colors when the cameras weren't watching. I'd love to read them. Thank you for spending your time with me. Remember, when the lights fade, your true colors shine. Until next time, take care of yourself, your loved ones, and keep showing your best self. Goodbye.